my lifelong acne actually improved my life. So, I talked a lot about how acne is a devastating skin condition and how painful it is to have mild acne for a long time. But now I want to talk more about all the positive changes that I was able to make because I have acne. So before I started trying to fix my skin, I kind of didn't care about a lot of things that I should have cared. And acne and trying to fix my acne really helped me to become a better person in many ways, in more ways than one can imagine realistically. When I think about it, I'm like, oh, oh no, my acne was a blessing in disguise, and I kind of hate this whole concept. But interestingly, acne led me to discover many things about myself as a person. For example, I discovered that I had no self-esteem. Always a great thing to learn about oneself, that you have no self-esteem, that you think you are a worthless piece of trash. And that's how I treated myself for many years. And I thought that was normal, that I thought that everybody did it because, mental illness. But the acne problem helped me reevaluate the way I treated myself and the way I treated my needs and my body. And I became a much healthier person. I became more mindful of my food intake, partially thanks to acne. The other reasons are because I have other diseases. So I had to be very careful about what I eat way before I started focusing on my acne. So, not to go into too much detail, but yeah, I do avoid certain foods, and I know which foods can trigger my flares. Mostly not acne though. Acne, I noticed in myself, isn't really food dependent. One thing that I was able to cut out almost completely of my life was sugar. And sugar is the devil, okay? I can talk about how sugar is the devil forever. And I know I've already said that multiple times. And I can actually talk forever about many topics. This is why people don't want to hang out with me. I don't consume sugar not because it makes my acne worse. I actually don't have evidence that sugar has any effect on my acne at all. I do have evidence of sugar impacting me negatively in other areas of my life. So this is why I don't consume sugar. So it's kind of a coincidence. I don't consume milk, again, mostly due to personal preference. I just don't like milk. I've never enjoyed the taste of milk, and I've been substituting other milk products with alternatives, mostly because I like the alternatives better, or because, again, they have benefits to my health that milk doesn't. And milk is a very controversial substance. There is some evidence pointing out how milk could be harmful in many ways, but I'm not going to get into this now. Maybe later. So, and yeah, I don't consume certain products due to other reasons, not my acne. So my acne didn't necessarily lead to a healthier diet, for me at least. Exercise is another thing that I have started taking more seriously when I started paying more attention to my body. And obviously, my acne played a big role in me paying more attention to my body. For better? Yes. Actually, in this area, it was for better. So I started moving way more, and I started looking for ways to exercise that felt good. Because I used to always think that exercise had to be this terrible punishment that nobody enjoyed and that had to be done. But I discovered you can actually move your body and enjoy the process and have fun. And I found ways that made me feel good, not just look good. So now I move because I want to, not because I have to. And I just dropped my little bottle and spilled my tea. And mostly I dance as a form of meditation. That's my favorite pastime. And I also do aerial yoga, which is another amazing thing. I kind of discovered it on accident. And I have a yoga hammock in my house now, and I love it. I love it so much. It's one of the best things that has ever happened to me, the yoga hammock. And I highly recommend you try aerial yoga or yoga in the air. I didn't care much for yoga before, and I still don't care much about, the regular yoga. It just doesn't do much for me. No disrespect for anyone who enjoys their yoga. Please enjoy your yoga. I know it's great for stress relief, for anxiety, etc. So, and the other ways I move my body is I run away from things that scare me. Okay, I've been doing that for years. So I do love walking, and I walk pretty fast. I've always been a fast walker, so I keep doing that, and it's a good cardio exercise. Another way I like to move is using a rebounder, which is a trampoline. And I've really been enjoying it. And I've discovered the rebounder thing through Dr. Dre here on YouTube. She talked about her rebounder routines and she showed some, and I was like, curious cat, let me see if I can get one myself. And I did. I got it, and it's great. I love it. I love it so much. And I've always enjoyed jumping, so now I can jump anytime I want and not hurt my feet and not hurt my joints. So diet and exercise is something that people talk about a lot when they talk about acne. But the major areas where acne helped me improve my life were anxiety and stress. So I started paying more attention to my mental health and my well-being. I used to always ignore my anxiety, and I always just pushed myself and forced myself to, do the right thing and do it as fast as you can. And I neglected my needs, and I degraded myself for being needy and weak. And I would always be like, oh, others can do it, why can't you? And I stopped cold turkey. Occasionally I still engage in some of these harmful behaviors, things like degrading oneself or things like neglecting one's needs. Okay, I still sometimes do that, but I'm aware that I'm doing that, and I have become so much better at avoiding certain behaviors and watching myself and being mindful of what I do. And this is my favorite thing I discovered because of acne, which is meditation. And I just love meditation. It has really truly changed my life for the better. And I don't do the regular mindfulness meditation because I can't. I just can't sit still. If I sit still for more than a minute, I feel like I'm dying. So I am engaging in dance as meditation. Or other forms of active meditation. There are actually many ways you can meditate, and I've tried a few different techniques, and I now meditate all the time because you can actually do pretty much anything as meditation. There are a few components to meditation which I can share with you if you want to listen for another 3 hours. I can do that. So, but yeah, meditation has definitely been one of the best discoveries I made on this acne journey. Another great thing that acne has brought into my life was makeup. Even though I have a love-hate relationship with makeup, now it is a big part of my life. And now I just like, playing with my makeup. And if you look at the way I do my makeup, I do it as if I was a child. I just play with color and I just do things that make me feel good, not things that make me look good. And I like the way it looks. I enjoy it, and that's what matters. And it took a while. It took a long time. It took at least 3 years for me to get to the level of makeup that I personally find enjoyable. Before, I would do it as a chore. Before, I would do it like, my face is too ugly, I have to make it look presentable. And now I'm like, let me pretend to be a... And I keep saying creature from a Black Lagoon or just creature. And I know that I look more like some kind of forest creature, like a little elf or like a little fairy. I think I look like a little fairy. And I'm enjoying that greatly. I really do. So makeup really has been a little activity that I engage in almost daily, and I do it as a form of meditation too sometimes. Sometimes I really get into the process and I just do things to see what it's going to look like and experiment, and that has been very fun. And learning about ingredients in skincare and in makeup was another huge perk of trying to fix my minor or mild acne. So I've learned so much about the ingredients, and I have realized just how badly I used to fall for marketing in the past, and just how pervasive, certain marketing ploys can be. And now I'm a more conscious consumer because I don't just buy whatever is advertised. I don't buy the most expensive thing thinking it's going to give me the most benefits. I now look at the ingredients and I'm like, it's glycerin. Yeah, most of the moisturizers, if you look at them, you're like, it's just glycerin and fragrance. Chuck. So yeah, I have found a routine that suits me after almost 4 years of trial and error and torture. I have found a routine that I enjoy. I found a routine that doesn't hurt my skin. I found a routine that makes me feel good. And it actually makes my skin happy, more or less. My skin's never happy. It's just like me. It's overly sensitive about everything. It just wants to sit in the corner and cry about how bad the world is. And I can relate. I understand my skin. I became so much more gentle with my skin, and I became so much kinder to my skin during this whole journey. And I'm grateful for that because, hating yourself and hating your skin is not fun and it's not healthy. Okay? So don't hate your skin, even if it doesn't look good. It is your skin. It's keeping the bacteria away from your internal organs. It's keeping all your soft, squishy bits inside. That's a great benefit, So don't hate your skin. Don't treat it as if it's the enemy. And even if it doesn't look good, what is good anyway? Who defines good? You define good. I define good. We can define our own good for our own benefit. And if we say that, skin that has texture and acne scars. I don't have acne scars, by the way. I have post-inflammatory erythema. And that's another great benefit. I learned a lot about specific terms for specific things. And we can all, if we all come to a consensus that good skin is textured skin, good skin is skin that might have blemishes and marks, then who is there to stop us? Somebody might say we're delusional, and I say, well, give me more of that delusion. I've lived too long in a dark place where I hated myself. So now I just want to feel good about myself and my skin.